Sonic, it's a game for all seasons. Coaching!
Y'all already know what time it is. It's time to get this thing started. We're going to jump right into it. I do this thing with two assistant coaches on my left and my right, left-hand side. Xen, what it is.
What's good?
A good opening, that's what it is. On the right-hand side, I got RPZ from DFDZ, HOF member. What up, HOF?
What's happening, people?
Nice and short, to the point. So now we're going to get this thing jumping. We're going to call this Block A. What we got for Block A, Xen?
We're going to call this Block A. So for Block A, we just going to get in. Since it's playoff time, we're going to just go ahead and jump into these NBA playoffs. So lots been going on. I do want to get y'all thoughts on how these playoffs and how this new TV format has been working for y'all with the Prime, Peacock, NBC, ESPN, whole. You got to guess what night, which one is on. It might be on your cable package if you still got cable, if you ain't completely cut the cord, and it might not. You know, I've heard some different opinions when it comes to that, because basically this is like the first playoffs that your local team, if they're playing, you can't see them some of these games if you don't have some of these streaming packages. So if it's on Prime or if it's exclusively on Peacock and not on NBC, then you out of luck. And I've known some people that's been upset. Like typically when it comes to that, you'll have something at least like fall onto your local channel, like on your WUAB, maybe your WEWS, something like that, where you could be able to see it locally still. If it's a local game, I understand for all the other games that's not in your market. But man, what's y'all thoughts on this whole new TV deal and how this whole playoff system is working out with the TV packages?
Well, I didn't know you was talking about WEB, the boys, and all this stuff. First of all, I didn't know we was getting into Black History Month after Black History Month. But it has been everywhere. You know what this is the universal sign of right here?
Yeah, double Dutch.
Double Dutch. Yeah. You really, like you said, you just got to guess. All right, what channel is it tonight? Do I got that? But IPTV over here, so I can just hit one thing and watch them all. But I can understand how it's frustrating to everybody else who don't have that advantage, and they just got to really look for the commercials or look it up on the internet and see what channel it is. And if you got it, you got it. And if you don't, you just got to do the old baseball thing. You know how you watch it online and it just do base hit and then put the man in first, second base.
I can't do that.
Yeah, it's annoying. But that's what you stuck with nowadays. I don't like local playoff games anyway. Like whenever it used to be on the local channel in the playoffs, I never used to watch it. I like the national perspective because all the home like broadcasting just gonna do, oh yeah, great job by the. I don't want to hear that. I want to hear the truth.
Throw the hammer down.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, I love Austin and I love everybody that does the local stuff, but playoff time, national perspective.
I feel like first of all, yeah, it's so bad. Like one of the games I turned on I was out watching on my phone. Nothing was on YouTube TV. I was like, dang, it's on Prime. Then I couldn't log into my Prime account. I'm like, this is just searching for stuff. Like, I really don't like it. I really don't like it. I like for it to be one spot. You always know where to go, where to get it. You knew who was gonna do the broadcast, but I feel like, is the NBA trying to experiment and push the price for like giving everybody a little taste, and then next year, okay, who wants to be the exclusive, or this is just how they doing it?
I think this is how the new deal is. This is how it's going to be going forward. So, yeah.
All them providers and paid all that money for it. They better get exclusivity. If not, they're going to start pulling that money back. So Prime, they going to get Prime. It ain't going to be no simulcast, none of that shit. That's over, dog. Them days is over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking at my, you cut the cable cord to get away from paying the high prices, but now you got to have so many different things. It's like you're right back. It's not the money thing anymore. You're right back to where you were. But I still like, I don't know that I ever do the cable again. I like, I don't know, say going from the apps to the app. I think it's just the new normal now, like you said, Xen. It's just the new normal.
So now,
Yeah.
one more thing before you get to going, Zen. I do like when it's on the IPTV thing, when I have that option, because I'm a flicker. Like, I can't watch commercials, so I flick channel to channel. And when it's on that individual, like Prime, you can't flick. Like, there's nothing else on. You just got to watch every commercial. And that's exactly what they want anyway. But
Yeah.
it's hard for me to just sit there and watch commercials.
Yeah. Now, what do y'all think of the broadcast themselves? Have they been holding up? Now we got NBC involved. We got Prime. How do y'all like the actual broadcast? Y'all said y'all prefer the national broadcast when it comes to the playoffs. So how do you miss the TNT days? To me, so far, ESPN has been getting the short end of the stick. To me,
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, so I don't know if they make up. I believe the finals is through ESPN, if I'm not
ABC,
mistaken.
ESPN.
Yeah, so I guess maybe that's where they looking to make up for it. But yeah, so far they've been getting the short end of the stick. So, but what do y'all think of the broadcast themselves?
I really don't listen to them. I kind of tune them out. Most of the time I'm doing multitasking. Anyway, to be totally honest, like, it don't really faze me, but I do, I always go to try to hear Charles, Kenny, Shaq, and Ernie. I like that. They just got a great chemistry. I try to, even if I miss the games, I try to find that just so I can watch it through their eyes and listen to them talk about it.
And what about so E? So I'm with you. You remind me of my brother Rick. He's the same way. He's not big on it. He'll be quick to get frustrated with the play-by-play. Yeah, mute. Yeah. So, but the in studio, you brought up Kenny, Ernie, Shaq, and Charles. What do y'all think about the prime studio crew of Dirk, Blake, Steve Nash, and UD, or NBC with Melo, Vince, and Tracy? I'm gonna be honest. The NBC, when I was sitting there, I was like, we in playoff basketball. I'm like, I got three guys with no real history of playoff success. And I'm like,
yeah,
I don't know if I should be listening to y'all during halftime or before the game. Like, I really don't.
Particular about this shit?
Hey.
But, I mean, you start.
No, I feel you.
You know,
feel you.
I'm like, at least one, somebody, you got to have at least one that could tell you, man, what it's like when we get to the second round. Man, get to the conference finals. Like, Vince ain't been there. Melo ain't been there. T-Mac, he was like the 12th man on the bench.
Conference final?
Oh, yeah, with the Nuggets. With the Nuggets. You're right. He does, but he don't have, when we get to the NBA finals, I guess they'll be off by then. So
they will. ESPN, ABC.
But Vince, Tracy, like when Vince made it that far, he was with the Spurs and he was the 12th man on the bench. So that don't really count. All right.
Yeah. Like my man Shaq said, that they ain't G14 classified. G14 classified.
I can tell y'all this. None of that ever crossed my mind, ever. Like, I never said, I can't listen to them. They ain't got no, I have no problem with the people. I actually like NBC's crew better than the Prime crew because I just like their chemistry better and they more laid back and, like homeboy talking, barbershop talk here and there. But the Prime group is kind of like, I think they just threw too many people that don't go together. Because I like Dirk. Dirk says a lot of funny things sometimes, but then UD is like the ninja of all ninjas. And he got his own spot on there. And every 30 minutes, he do some ninja stuff. So you got to watch out how he mixed with Steve Nash. And then it's just kind of weird.
They need UD and Kenyon on one. UD and Kenyon.
That's going to be a lot of censorship right there.
I feel like all those shows are trying to be the old TNT cat. Like I feel
Oh,
like everybody's
absolutely.
trying to be that. They trying to put that together, and it's not natural. It just feels like y'all real putting on right now.
That's the blueprint. So they trying their hardest
Yeah.
because they saw it worked. But if you don't have the group or the chemistry, it ain't gonna work. I don't care what kind of money you put behind it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you. But yeah, hey, going down this rabbit hole of the NBA playoffs, we got to talk about some of these series, and of course, let's start with the one and only LeBron James and his LA Lakers. Gave it a valiant effort, but hey, he came in and saw a real one in the Oklahoma City Thunder. Boys got swept. No Luka, no chance. So, but after this roller coaster of a year, do you see LeBron saying, I done had enough? Or does he still, even in a limited capacity, because he still did good, but it wasn't nowhere near the LeBron production that we're accustomed to seeing. So I'm wondering, does his ego say, I said I wasn't going to let myself get to a certain point. I'm going to make sure I walk out on my own terms, still playing at a certain level. Do you think he still feels at the level that he's at right now at the age of 41, which will be 42 next season, that, okay, I still got something and I ain't no pushover still, so I'll go ahead and give it a go next season?
Hey, man, one thing you ain't got to worry about me doing is critiquing him at the age 41. It pisses me off that people in the media literally will be like, well, LeBron still can't carry a team by himself. What the hell are we talking about? Shut up.
Ev, I'm gonna read something to y'all. 23.2, 6.7 rebounds, 7.3 assists, 1.3 steals, average 38.4 minutes, shot 45.9, almost 46% from the field, 32 from three. Anybody else got that stat line? Are we questioning whether or not they coming back to play basketball next year?
That's what I'm saying. I don't understand why it always goes there with him. What else?
And I get what you're saying, Zen. Like I see it in your face. It's like, but he is 40 whatever. But
no, you know what I'm going by? I'm going by LeBron, what he said on the shop. And he said, I'm not walking out. Man, can you see me averaging 20 a game? Like, he said that on the shop. So that's why I'm like, we getting close to that. We getting real close to that. So that's why I'm like,
and I think,
three.
I think
you're right.
He says 20 a game. I think he's like, I'm at like 18.9.
Yeah.
I think he's like 19.3 a game. Like, I think then he's like, yeah, I'm gonna hang it up now. I'm only averaging 19. Like, that's what I really think that he
okay.
Who was it? Shumpert. I think Shumpert said kind of the way he was talking, he didn't feel like LeBron was gonna let that go. He sounded like somebody that was coming back for more next year. But now the question is, in what jersey? That's
that too. But I want to throw something before we get into that speculation. So I want to play the Draymond Green, Charles Barkley conversation that everybody has talked about, but I want to take this and put it in the prism of LeBron James. So real quick, let me share my screen on this one. And boom. Let's go here. All right, y'all guys see it?
Yeah.
Not yet. Yeah, there we go.
Okay. All right. So let's play this.
Well, it's over for the Warriors.
There you go.
I mean, no disrespect.
Too much disrespect.
No disrespect.
Disrespect.
It ends for every old team. You have your run. You get old. Y'all let Clay go. You and Steph on the backside of y'all careers. It just passed you by. Y'all had one of the greatest runs ever. If you think you're not You're not in the playoffs. You're not going to make. You think you're going to get healthier for next year? You're just going to get older. That's no disrespect. You guys had one of the greatest runs of all time. If you want to compete, you're going to have to leave there. If Steph wants to compete, he's going to have to leave there. You're going to have to make that decision.
What if they bring the right pieces in?
They can't bring the right pieces
Why?
because they don't have no cap space.
Okay.
They don't have any cap space.
Do you believe this? Do you believe that? Do you believe what he's talking over here?
Well, here's what I would say. We had to hug for a reason, right? Like we're not,
Because it's over.
we're not oblivious.
Yeah.
So like, this could be the end. Like,
At least that's the thing that makes me laugh. It ended for Larry Bird Celtics. It ended for Isaiah Thomas Pistons. It ended for Michael Jordan Bulls, The Last Dance.
absolutely.
It ended for Tim Duncan and Parker and Ginobili. It always ends. Sports, listen, sports are for young people. You hope to have a great long career, but sports, nobody wins when they're 37, 38.
But you said what you said. I didn't want to hear if he believes what you're talking.
Yeah, I mean, I think the goal is just to not look like you in the Houston Rockets uniform.
Yeah.
Is ultimately the goal for us. Like we don't want to.
What does that look like?
I'm going to stop right there. All right. So I want to ask that from that prism. Ooh, let me straighten us back out to how we were before. There we go. But I want to ask, Charles makes a good point. Like the older you get, it's going to, like, the chances of winning and being competitive for a NBA championship is going to be tough. And we're seeing our three stars that's in that old range: Steph, LeBron, KD. All three of them are struggling just to get out of the first round of the playoffs for the most part. The Golden State Warriors have been in the play-in for like the last 3 or 4 years, if I'm not mistaken. KD, whether it's with the Suns, the Rockets, he was struggling to get out of the first round of the playoffs with them. You know, LeBron, this was the first year he was able to get out of it, but everything really had to work his way. He had the right matchup to be able to get out of that first round, and then we saw what happens when he ran into a real championship contender. So what would it take for those guys at this age, truly? Because we seen with KD going with a young team like Chuck is hitting at, that Steph and LeBron would need to do, but we see how that turned out. So really, like, if you're playing for the love, I understand, but what's the realistic, what should be realistic expectations when it comes to championships at this age for these folks?
Go ahead. You go. All right, no juice. Go ahead.
We can't just do this to the KD again because Van Fleet didn't play. They didn't have a point guard. That's huge.
On that angle. Okay.
So therefore, we already knew what was going to happen there.
Can I say this? If they really thought they had a championship contender, do you not think they would have got a point guard in there that would have been able to facilitate and do what was necessary if they felt they had a true championship contender? Something tells me that they didn't feel that way. They didn't even feel that way. Yeah, there was somebody out there.
Really?
But they...
Yes, really. Chris Paul.
Chris Paul?
Yes.
So that's the same thing that we're talking about now. He an old head too. So he was supposed to come in there and beat Chris Paul of 29 years old.
He could have been what was with the San Antonio Spurs last year, which was mighty serviceable. Better than Reed Shepherd and Aaron Holiday.
Where did he get on the Spurs last year?
Let's look up those numbers because he played all 82 games.
Yeah, I'm talking about playoff wise. They didn't do anything.
Oh, that's because Wemby got hurt.
So that leads me to the same point. If you're missing a huge piece like that, there was nobody out there for them to get anyway. Y'all can say this Chris Paul stuff all y'all want to. I love Chris Paul, but not right now on the Rockets to be a difference maker. That's just not going to happen. That's not realistic.
I thought you was gonna go and say that was never KD's MO though. That like
that too. That's what I'm
LeBron
saying.
does. Yeah,
Yeah,
on the
no,
team.
that's
That was
not
never
him.
been since
Ever.
yeah, forever. Yeah, because he's always had somebody who's ran just as hard as him on the squad with him.
Or he's always had, like I said before, a facilitator. He's never been the primary facilitator. He's been the primary scorer, but he's never been the primary facilitator. Now, flip that to LeBron. He's always been the primary facilitator. Just like Draymond, he's always been the primary facilitator. You don't look for Draymond to score. You'll take what he gives you, but that's just not his role. So that's never been KD, and I don't see anything happening like that. And if they were, like I said, to go get somebody, nobody would have made the difference that a healthy Van Fleet would have made.
Yeah. And kind of, okay, so what you're saying is, I'm looking at the teams that are left in the playoffs. And let's look at who's on the screen right now, the Cavs and the Pistons. Add LeBron to either one of these teams as being the third option, they are a ultimate title contender. And that's the key thing. LeBron is a third option. I think he figured that out, how to do that, coming back at when Reeves and Luka had it going. He came back, he said, hey, I'll figure it out. I think he figured it out. That's what Shumpert said, that he figured out how to play as a third option, and he saw that he still can be the one option if he has to, but I can play that third option. So that's what makes me think LeBron could come back and play. I think he could play for another 5 years, man, the way he going. Like, it don't seem no kind of loss in his giddy up.
Because it's the pace. He knows the pace that he needs to be at. True enough, he's going to get tired. He's going to get winded, yeah, but I don't see.
Like, you add LeBron to this Cavs team where he ain't got to play all 82, and he ain't got to bring the ball up the floor. He ain't got to facilitate. You got Mitchell. You got, the lineup they got in the game. You take Merrill off the floor, you put LeBron on there with Wade, Mobley, Mitchell, and Harden.
First of all, sit Wade down. Leave Merrill. Sit Wade ass down.
Oh, yeah, okay. Do that either way. Come on, man. Like that.
Totally different
I
thing.
get my pops on the phone. He don't want LeBron to come back, but I'm like, y'all is wilding.
And I'm so glad you said that, because it was so many people for the past couple of days, ever since the Lakers got eliminated, that has been saying that on the local radio. Like I always say, I'm tired of the local stuff because they go too far with stuff. I don't want the drama that comes with him. I don't want that. Yes, so what? He brought us a championship. That right there disqualifies your opinion. If you say, so what? He brought us a championship, your opinion is disqualified. I don't want to hear anything else you have to say about anything. I don't even care what color your shirt is.
Yeah. There's no other championships that came through the city otherwise. So, yeah.
So why would you have that statement? It's ridiculous.
Yeah. It's Mitchell City now. Whoa.
Oh, okay. How's he doing with it?
Yeah, calm down, King Wasabi. Like, I mean, add LeBron to the Pistons, where you could I don't know if he'd be more of a second option on the Pistons team, but
absolutely
let Cade doing what he do. He could take the bulk of the shot, because Cade is basically Luka.
Mm-hmm.
To a certain extent. You get what I'm saying?
I know what
like,
you're saying.
Ball in his hand, point guard, scoring.
Creator.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting because we talking offensively, but at 41-42 defensively.
Yeah.
That's where, he's a liability. And we don't know how that would look at that age in a deep playoff run. If it could happen to be a deep playoff run. Because look, you just said LeBron on the Cavaliers offensively, it looks fine, but then when you say a Harden, Donovan Mitchell, LeBron James out there, man, who is guarding who on the perimeter? Who is stopping who on the perimeter? And so that's what I'm like, so that's why I say I'm wondering if at this age can they truly have the expectation of of a playoffs if all they can really give you truly is greatness on one end. That's remains to be seen, and we're gonna have to see how that plays out. But go ahead, Coach E.
If you're a good coach, you'll figure it out. You'll find a way to hide them on defense in those particular situations, in that time frame that you need those stops and that you need to have a lockdown possession. You'll figure it out. If not, don't need to be coaching at that level.
But this is my thing. E, how many third options do you have that's defensive liabilities?
Off the top of my head, can't think of one, but I'm pretty sure it's a couple.
And the term defensive liability, when I say defensive liability, I think James Harden. I don't think LeBron is a James Harden level defensive liability.
No, he's not that. No.
Because he still wants to play defense. As far as him still being the athlete that he was, that's the
defensive
part.
Anchor, no.
Yeah, right.
Like
he can play team help defense.
He can't be on your front line and be the best defender.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he can't be in your backcourt and be the best defender. Like, but he's not bad. Like, and I don't think he's gonna be able to give it to you 82 games like he did when he was with any of the team. Like, any of the time he played. Like, no, I'm not expecting him to do that.
No.
Not 82 games, not 35 plus minutes either.
Right? Yeah.
He can still shoot them passing lanes. He'll still do that. That's what I mean by help side.
Yeah, he'll be more of a better help defense.
Homer type of guy.
Yeah, but
he'll
on the ball,
he'll guard Lou Dort just like he did the last series. Like, he's gonna guard the guy on offense that don't, ask a lot on the offensive end. They're gonna find him to do that.
And then that'll give him his rest that he needs to put out his offensive input.
And that's where I say that's why I'm interested as far as with the Lakers. You talking your top three guys pretty much all not being able to give you anything, not much anyways on the defensive end. If you talking about your top three guys, like, okay, so if you do that here in Cleveland, that's pretty much the same thing. Detroit, not so much. But does LeBron even want to go to then it comes the question, man, what other city outside of LA and Cleveland would LeBron actually be interested in playing in at this age, packing up and moving to that city to go and play?
They have to be a contender.
Immediate. This year, not next year. Like, he would already have to see, like, oh yeah, I can fit in right there. And you know what'll be a good one? Minnesota. Minnesota would be decent for him.
Can you see LeBron James in Minneapolis, Minnesota, living for 6 months and dealing with a Minnesota Winners and
hey, I'm just talking about the
chance
deal.
That's what I'm saying.
The city.
But that's actually got to play a role in it. That's absolutely got to play a role in it.
New York.
That would be interesting. Now we talking
there too.
No. But it's New York. It's the city of New York. Yeah, I could deal with that Winners when it comes with that lifestyle. Yeah.
Only city you can leave Los Angeles for is New York.
Yeah. That's why I say it becomes a little tricky because you LeBron James, man, I ain't going to play in Timbuktu. What I look like? Like, man, I done put in too much work. I done earned too many stripes to go play in any old place anymore, man. I got a standard of living that I'm accustomed to during the basketball season. Minneapolis is just not it. Sorry, Twin Cities, that ain't gonna cut it. Like, man,
you got Big Cat. You got Big Cat down low. You got Robinson, who play big. You got
defenders.
Bridges.
You got OG Anunoby. You you know what I'm saying? You got perimeter defenders that can help him. Alvarado, you got Josh Hart. You got perimeter defenders as well as interior defenders with Mitchell Robinson. So that I could definitely see that would actually work.
And my man Brunson is more of a Kyrie type. You know,
that would be. I think they would definitely walk in the Garden. Woo, goodness, I can only imagine. But I could. That would be bonkers. New Yorkers would be insufferable. But yeah,
they would almost be as worse as Cleveland fans.
You keep putting down Cleveland fans, man.
You don't understand the bull crap I got to hear on the radio. And it gets to a point where I can't listen to that anymore. Like, it gets that annoying. It really does. The takes and the opinions and the feelings that get so tied into it. I would be in a mental institute if I had that big of feelings about something like that all the time, whether it be the Browns or the Cavs. I don't know how these people do it, man. It's really draining. Just listening to it. I can't imagine living it.
Or when does Las Vegas come up to start?
We don't know. They vote on it. The second vote comes later this year, so we know it's pretty much going to go through. And so I don't know if it's going to be 28, 29.
Go play for Las Vegas and then slide to a management role.
You know, look,
him and Brady.
Adam Silver, he's been getting a little criticism lately in the media, but would you bend the rules? That's something we had on par to talk about. Would he be?
That's what I was just reading about, Xen. I was just reading about that. Yeah, because my thinking was he go to New York and own part of MSG, but they were saying that no basketball player has ever owned a part. There's been players that own part of the Madison Square Garden sports court. I think more of them have been the Rangers or baseball, the Yankees. Like they slide that in contracts, but nobody in the NBA because they kind of restricted, and they brought up Jordan when he went to Charlotte. But like you said, like you were leading up to bending the rules.
Yeah. All right. For all that he's given to the game.
Yeah, I was about to say David Stern bent hella rules from Michael.
Michael Jeffrey.
Hey, but that's why I'm interested to see how this plays out. I wouldn't mind at this point, but I don't know. I ruled Cleveland out because in his Memphis rent, I said, hell, I don't even like going back home. So, hey, so I think he over that. That coming home and redemption story, hey, he redeemed himself. So he like, hey, check, that's off the bucket list. So we can do something else now. So
been there, done that.
Yeah.
Dr. Dre.
But they said he was in New York for eight seasons, 8 years. And they were like, he had a hall. LeBron was in New York for LA for 8 years.
I was about to say.
I was like, man, what was? I was like, dang, when was that? Like,
right. But no, it was long. Think about that. That it's been since 18.
Yeah,
17,
so
18.
This is 8.
Yeah, 18.
26.
They were saying that he basically had a Hall of Fame career, just here in LA. He brought up a championship,
at the one stop.
Yeah,
not including the other two.
Not including the other ones. Yeah.
Only mistake he made. Oh, go ahead, E.
He just really had 3 different careers, like at 3 different stops.
A lot like Tom Brady.
Mm-hmm.
Like people break it down like Tom had like 3 separate Hall of Fame careers, like the beginning with New England. Then they had the little dry spell, and then once they got it popping again, you could say that stint was a Hall of Fame career all the way until his Tampa Bay portion. So yeah. Now, I say the only mistake he made with the Lakers, even though it did come with a championship, he decided to team up with Anthony Davis, aka Street Clothes.
Mr. Glass.
Yeah, that's he thought he could turn that around. And look, Anthony Davis, for everything and all his talents, he is a top 75 player of all time.
Mm-hmm.
But that boy top 75 all time. He missed games like Bill Walton missed games. So
Hey, Bill Walton had them horrible feats.
you know what I'm saying? So I was like, I think if we look back at it, man, if we look back at it when people were like questioning on the top 75, like who belong on there? Like, man, who should have been off? Who should have been on instead of this one? I think AD, they might question AD. You know,
Would you take AD off and put Dwight Howard on? Question for your ass.
Dwight?
I'm saying if you're gonna just swap the bigs, just for the principle of the big, or if you can think of another name, like right off the top of your head.
Off the top of my head,
see who ain't on it.
You know,
because T-Mac wasn't on it.
T-Mac wasn't on it.
So would you take AD and put T-Mac?
Look,
NBC crew, baby.
Nah, I wouldn't. Look, the crazy thing about it, who would I put? That's a good question. I would have to truly think about it because just because AD had that bubble run and he got him a chip, like I find it hard to take him off for somebody that doesn't have one. Yeah. That's the only thing.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh, all right.
Oh yeah, they said Dwight, Clay, Tracy, Vince, and Powell. Those were the snubs.
I put Powell over.
Powell got two of them things, don't he?
Yes.
Klay Thompson.
Yeah.
Yeah, Clay
got four of them things.
Eesh.
And arguably the second best shooter in NBA history.
And one of the most diabolical breakups of all time. My man ain't monogamous, son. What's wrong with y'all women?
Yeah, like she thought, I'm gonna be honest with you, she thought she was the next year.
Oh, she did.
Yeah, man. I know from the outside looking in, that's what it seemed like, especially the rant that she went on. You got me out here meeting your family, this, that, and the other. Like, yeah, you thought you was Sierra. Like,
yeah.
I got me a nice guy.
At the end of
the day. Hey, I'm sorry. Clay might seem corny, but nah. He ain't Russ, man.
That's exactly what they said. They were like, she thought he had a cornball because he was light skinned.
Hey,
man.
So look, y'all got to help me with this. I'm a Russell Wilson guy. Why did everybody say he's so corny?
Come on, man.
Isn't that how
have you seen
him forever? Like he's been consistent. Like he's a Nick Cannon. Is Nick Cannon corny?
Man, I think he even below Nick Cannon.
Whoa.
Yeah. Nick Cannon got some redeemable qualities. Like Russ, Russ is just as I say, redeemable qualities when it comes to the cool factor. Russ has zero. He's a great person. He don't have no real swag. Sierra tried to give him some swag, but he's missing that.
Yes, that is artificial swag. It ain't.
Hey, maybe I don't know. I don't pay attention to a lot. I don't see him just being that big of a cornball. He's different, absolutely, but I wouldn't just throw him out the way like that. He's cool.
I look at it like this, E. Like, and like your quarterback is supposed to be able to go in any position group and kind of be able to blend or be able to be, with that group. And Russ ain't out. Like, that's what they would say. He just didn't mesh with everybody. Like, think about Joe Burrow after the national championship, when they won a national championship game, and you saw him with every single person on the team, and it just was like, yeah, I could see them hanging, or like I could see them, because Joe Burrow just had that kind of relatability to everybody. Hey, I don't know if Russ got that.
I'm about to put something in the chat, Rick. Tell me if he's Russell Wilson comparable.
Oh man,
yeah. Cool dude. Like, I love him. Yeah.
Oh man, I wanted to say it so bad, but it's just been It's a long story. It's just been
It's
some
best.
recent episodes about that. Yeah, long story.
We'll talk after. We'll
Yeah.
talk after. We'll talk after.
We have to, because
I gotta hear this.
you're not a part of it, but you know people that are a part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just keep it there.
All right. So let's talk about the. We're waiting. So as we're recording right now, folks, we kind of like started our recording thinking that the Cavs and the Pistons was gonna end towards while we're in the middle of recording, and then we could give y'all a fresh on the spot reaction to the Cavs game. These boys still got like close to what?
I'm at
Yeah,
30.
4 and some change.
4.5.
4.5 minutes still left.
Slow minutes.
Yeah, so folks that was hoping to get some Cavs, we'll give you a little bit of what we seen from games 1 through 4, but unfortunately, it doesn't look like we're gonna give you that with that game 5 reaction that y'all was looking for us from. But
I told you, game 10:30 was a little bit of a long shot.
man, for an 8 o'clock start, well, it's
Yeah,
supposed to
man.
be an 8 o'clock start, anyways. All right, but let's go ahead. Let's talk about these other playoffs while we still in the NBA playoff mode. Let's talk about the New York Knicks. So they have looked pretty impressive in this last series against the Philadelphia 76ers. And I'm going to be honest with you. It seemed like in that first round series with the Atlanta Hawks, they lost those 2 games. And then, like I told you, after they lost that game number 2 and they came out the following game, it was like it woke something up in them. I was like, oh, they showing Atlanta like, hey, there's another level we can go to. Y'all already went to that level. Y'all already at the penthouse. hey, there's another level we can go to, and we're going there. And they have been there ever since, and they haven't lost a game since. And they've put as y'all like these young kids like to say, belt to ass ever since in every game since. So, given that the Cavaliers is in this tussle with the Detroit Pistons, so we know if they were to win it, they're gonna probably, more than likely, who knows? But right now, as it speaks, they're down in this game. Maybe they got one more spurt in them to come back and take the lead. But if they were to get out of it, they're gonna have to go 6 or 7 games after coming out of a first round series of 7 games, and here they are going against a New York Knicks team that's going to be rested while sitting back watching them. After going through all that, will the Cavs still have enough in them that you think to be able to be a formidable opponent to the New York Knicks if they see them in the conference finals?
I'll tell you what, the one thing they have to do, I alluded to it on all those recaps and previews of every game of this series. Go back on YouTube and watch that too, by the way.
Yeah.
These turnovers, man. I don't care who you are. I don't care how good you think you are. Turnovers will kill you. Not only turnovers, but the points the other team scores off of these turnovers are through the roof. If you just take those away, hell, half of those, you win. Series could be over by now if you really think about it. It's been one game that they've had less than 15 turnovers. One game. If you take half of that away, and Detroit had 20 points off of their turnovers today, this game 5. 20 points off of the turnovers in the first half. That is freaking huge. That's a total different game if you just eliminate, like I said, just 10 of those. If you only give up 10 points off of those turnovers, total different game. You're winning, possibly. You're in a better position.
Right now, as they stand with 3:30 left in the fourth, the Cavs has 16 turnovers, 27 points conceded off those turnovers.
That's literally equivalent to a Detroit Pistons player scoring 27 points all by itself.
Fast break points. Detroit has 21 fast break points.
It's just, you have to fix
crazy.
that. I don't care who you play. I don't care what round it is. That is essential. Take care of the ball.
So how much of that goes to coaching?
I say a lot because the offense never changed. The offense never changed. He's never like changed the offense to what everybody does best. It's always a ISO ball type of thing. And you saw, let's just take game 4, for instance, the game when Donovan had 39 in the second half. The offense looked totally different because they were swinging the ball. They were going set plays. It was no hold the ball, 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Oh, I got to make a play. It was none of that. It was none of the dribble defense. Hey, look at me. I still have the ball. Nobody cutting, nobody doing nothing. Game 4 was the best part of them doing that, cutting without the ball, moving the ball, swinging it from one end to the other, and getting all those wide open threes. That's the best way that they can do it. But I always say the nail or the elbow is one of the most consistent places that a lot of these players love to get to. If you listen to the game while they get being played, you always hear the announcer, especially when Shea is playing or when Cade is playing. Oh, well, he got to his spot right there on the elbow, or he got to his spot 15 feet away from the basket at the free throw line. Put Evan Mobley there. Put Evan Mobley in that part. He don't have to be on the free throw line. He could be around that circle, the top part of the circle before the three-point line. Give him the ball in the middle of the court. He's tall enough to see over every defender that the Pistons have. He is a good passer. So you have to run the offense through him like that. 4 out, 1 in. Everybody move. Get motion. Cut. Oh, I didn't get it. Go set a back screen. Oh, I didn't get it. Go set an on-ball screen. Oh, I didn't get it. Okay, Evan, shoot that jumper. Or Jared Allen, get right there in your charge circle where all your shots come from, as you showed that shooting chart before Xen to Byron. He didn't believe that. That's a good offense for this team. And then you have James and Donovan play free instead of just having everything on their back doing one-on-one thing. It's not working. It's not a good recipe.
I don't see anything changing until they can win a playoff game on the road.
That too.
Right now, even with Detroit, it's,
that was a big shot by Mobley right there.
Yep. Everybody plays good on the road, but I mean, everybody plays good at home, but you trying to win championships, you got to be able to win on the road.
Yeah.
I think when you, like you're saying, Zen, to beat Detroit, New York, you got to be able to win on the road.
Especially in that place. That's what I was. We struggling at a Little Caesars arena.
You gonna go to the Garden and win?
You got to go to the Garden and look. Hey, Lord willing, you make it to the finals, you might have to go and see Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
Or hey, who Byron like to say, my heroes. I only got 2 heroes, B. If you listen to this, I only got 2 heroes. My heroes are Victor Wembanyama and Nikola Jokic. Anybody else you call my heroes, you lying. You just cap it. But
but other than that, Timmy D.
No,
Timmy
current
D.
guy.
Yeah, currently.
Okay.
Currently. So that's why I'm like, hey, even those guys, look, they've looked impressive. My boy Vic getting ejected in the first quarter, and they were still competitive, hanging in there. So I'm like, ooh,
very competitive.
All right, y'all, young and inexperienced, and still, hey, they got that, man. We don't know no better, and I can't wait to see that. I must see TV for sure. Oklahoma City Thunder, San Antonio Spurs conference finals.
Absolutely.
Woo.
That's a moneymaker right there, boy. Worldwide. You got a Canadian and a Frenchman.
Oh, man. That's that. But,
hey,
look.
I'm about to say, it's 103 right now. They in. It's
40-some seconds left. Tie game.
So they might pull it off. They might pull it off and bring it back to Rocket Arena for a closeout game 6, which I say if they do what they need to do and finish these boys in this game 5, they absolutely will have to come back and win it in Cleveland. I don't know about them going back to Detroit. trying to get another road win.
Winner of this game wins the series. Winner of this game.
And that's
Yeah.
funny you brought that up, Rick, because they did the whole, you know how much I hate analytics. They did the whole analytic thing. 83% of the teams that win Game 5 win the series.
But you know what? It's so funny you say that, but they'll say that at any point in time during.
Oh, yeah.
It'll be 1-1 and going into the Game 3. Hey, the winner of, and they'll toss that. That they win 8. You know what? It's Game 1 of the series. Hey, winners of Game 1 win 80 of the series. So they can throw that out. I'm like, I don't fall for it anymore when they say that. I'm like, yeah.
Just to throw this in here, this important coaching point right here. It's 45 seconds left. Detroit has no timeouts. Cleveland still has 2. That's very important.
Okay. Look. As you joked about watching it on the computer screen. Yeah, it ain't quite 45 seconds in real time.
Oh yeah, no, not at all.
It's real close to the end.
Yeah.
Look, on my computer screen, it's already down to 20 seconds.
Oh, okay. You doing the home base one?
Nah, I'm on NBA.com watching it. Well,
Yeah,
not
I'm
really
at
watching it.
21.7 now. 21.7.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's where I'm at too. 21.7. So.
Same here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Y'all done caught up.
Cavs on a 9-0 run.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but dang! And look, I start going in, and I've lost my train of thought.
You was talking about the percentages of the game.
I was talking about the percentages.
Mhm.
Yes. So let's talk about these Western Conference teams. And real quick. So
That's tough. Both of them.
both of them are tough. But I do. One of the things
Hey, Rick
You-
is horrible
said-
at not giving it away.
Oh, yeah, I already look. I don't want to
We in the
spoil it
thick
for
of it,
y'all.
man. Yeah,
I don't want to spoil it for y'all.
Oh, you
But-
know 11.
we have it.
Oh, okay. So yeah, they definitely ain't getting a reaction from us tonight. It's going into overtime, so y'all ain't get. It's purely speculation after this. All right, because we about to wrap this thing on up. All right, so but I do. You said Shea and Victor conference finals is the Frenchman and the Canadian. One of the things that in this article from in the Atlantic about Adam Silver, one of the things that they're talking about, and it's not nothing new, but how the MVPs, an American hasn't won the MVP because it's looked like Shea's gonna win it again this year. If Shea doesn't win it, then if by some miracle Victor is more than likely second to win it. So even if Victor doesn't win it, the video game numbers that Nikola Jokic dropped this season, look, hey, my man don't get enough credit. My man, another triple-double season, and he led the league in rebounds and assists. Nobody is giving my man the credit that he did this season.
I think they were before they got eliminated in the first round. But I
Man,
think
come
that
on.
soured people. I mean, I agree with you. That has nothing to do with the numbers that he put up.
He put up.
Oh,
Let that be LeBron that did that. Man, you wouldn't hear it enough.
yeah.
That's exactly. So that's why I say my boy just ain't getting the love and the respect. So that leads me to my point. With the global players being more marquee or more of your top stars, and there's nothing as far as in the American pipeline that's, to me, drawing the interest of a LeBron or of a Steph, of a KD. That's a draw to people in this next generation thus far. Like, is it good for the game? Locally, domestically, is it good for the game? Will people still feel connected and feel excited about the games if it's the global players that's your headliners.
I mean, if you that sensitive about like your guys not being as good as everybody else,
But
don't watch
you
it.
got to take yourself out of the equation. You know how you are, yes, but think about the people that are around you. Think about the other people and how they take the game. Because, B, our boy, he missing, but, like he like, USA. So he's not alone. And so I'm
Get better.
wondering. But then that brings me up to, go ahead, Rick.
I was gonna say, like, who they gonna give it to? Like,
Yeah,
but
nobody else is in the now.
get better.
Are they? It takes us to another point, though. Are they? Because you know how they say they call games for Shea, so are they kind of helping this MVP push along by how they? Because I mean, it's very bad now. I don't even like watching OKC play because some of the foul calls he gets, some of the foul calls that the other team don't get when they play, like, is very bad. It's very bad. So are they cultivating this market for these quote unquote European players to take over the NBA? Which like somebody brought this into
It already happened.
We'll talk about the first question first. What, taking over?
Yeah, they've been taking over ever since Embiid won that MVP. It's been that nice string of people ever since then.
Oh yeah, it's been before then. Giannis. It started with Giannis, and then it went to. Hold on, this something happened on your screen that my screen.
It just got E up there now.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know.
Yeah, there we go.
One of y'all must have hit something. But
in my life, I ain't hit nothing.
But yeah, that was wild. But all right, so my question to you is, so it started with Giannis, and it's been a string since Giannis won his first one, well, his only one.
Oh yeah, my
only
bad.
MVP.
I said Embiid. My bad.
Yeah, but Anthony Edwards, I think, has a case, but he's in Minnesota, and I don't think he's getting that's another player that's not getting the respect that he's gotten, that I believe he deserves, I should say, because
Hell yeah.
2 straight conference finals this season. They done made it to the second round, and they giving San Antonio a hell of a fight, and he's doing it on one bum leg. It would be very interesting. I'd be very interested to see, because he has been literally the giant slayers. Just about everybody that you consider a big name in that Western Conference, he's been up against it at one point in time, has taken them out. And yet that's still not enough to get people on his side. And I'm wondering, is it because he's in Minnesota that he's doing his work in, that he's not getting the credit and not being mentioned along or being seen in the eyes like these other guys? Because we talk about the young folks, but to me, they not enough to push the needle. We know the young kids love them, but I think after that demo, not enough is respecting the work that he's putting in. Is it
Ant's getting in the way of Ant. I think his off the field or off the court stuff is why they can't make him the face of the NBA. Like, he's kind of screwed that up himself with this off the court stuff.
I was gonna say that it sucks, but that's the truth.
okay?
Goes into the Ja Morant boat, like all of the top. If those were the guys, as far as the American-born players that were going to win your MVPs and be the next faces of the NBA, and they kind of were too YN. So
yeah. But so when it comes to, people say everything is so whitewashed and not enough people show enough personality, and so when an athlete does show a little personality, like a Anthony Edwards, they getting ribbed for it. Like, what is it gonna take for an American-born player to capture the folks, the American hearts again?
To get better. You just got to get better. There's no other way around it. These guys, I was watching a game last night, and I was telling Sharon, I said, Sharon, it's just ridiculous and kind of scary that Wemby is doing what he's doing right now at 22. I don't know where he's going to be at 27. That's scary. My man dribbled 3 times from the opposite paint and was past the three-point line on the other side of the court and made a finger roll. Dude,
Yeah.
What are you going to do? And that's just the freakish part of it. Not to mention his fundamentals, not to mention his basketball IQ. Then if you go to Shea, not to mention his unstoppable move, getting to that spot, the push-off, he's mastered the push-off, and that's not even including Joker. You just was talking about the numbers he's putting up. Not talking Luka, a healthy Luka. Hey man, get better. Those are very few names I just named, but they are stars of the NBA that are very important and very big players in the NBA. Without them, the NBA would look a little different.
But I will say, I feel like they get a pass. I feel like most of the American-born or MVPs have had to be able to do it on both sides, offense and defensively, where they can just skate by and be offense next to without Wemby, and that's just because of his height.
Mm-hmm.
But they've been allowed to just be offensive threats and not have to worry about the defensive side. Well, I'll say Giannis too. Giannis is a two-way player.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, he's a two-way player. All right, look, folks.
Uh-oh.
I tried to hang in there. Do you want to? Nah, I ain't even. Hey, folks.
Look, 20 minutes.
2:15.
Look, folks. I tried. Y'all just gonna have to listen to Coach E's Game 5 reaction, baby. I tried. I know Mr. Taboo Timmons on his Mr. Taboo Timmons perspective said he can't wait to hear what we had to say about the cast. Y'all will get it from us next week.
I can't wait to ignore what he's gonna say, because he's the perfect example of the emotional Cleveland guy that goes way too far with comments and opinions. It just goes too far.
On that note, folks, we did what we had to do. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I know you was waiting, but hey, we'll make up for it next week. We'll make up for it. But I hear that sound. You know what that means. Good pod. Hey, Coach E.
Yes, Xen.
You got a post-game word for the people.
Yes, I do. All right, ladies and gentlemen, gather around, taking the all eyes on me. Today's word is, don't let temporary become permanent. What I mean by that, when I say don't let temporary become permanent, okay, whatever, you messed up. Don't dwell on it, because the longer you dwell on it, the longer it's going to impact you by making another decision, by making it cover up the mess up that you did. So don't let temporary be permanent. Okay, you got into an argument with your best friend. Just squash it. Apologize. Move on. Don't let it hang over, and don't let it just dwell and stick into your relationship. That's how relationships get ruined. So don't let temporary become permanent.
All right, let's go.
Win on me, win on 3. 1, 2, 3. Win! It sounds so sweet. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to another episode of Coach E Game for all seasons. Taboo Timmons will be getting the pink slip in the mail. He called off, and for what reason, nobody knows. But according to him, it's going to be a good reason. With that being said, see you next week.